Hello, I loves. You got Joanne and Elizabeth from World's Cup of Joe. Awaken your soul. We see you, beautiful divine feminines, awaken twin flames. We know that this journey is crazy. This twin flame journey is crazy, and you're all here to get deeper in soul so you can balance this great connection. If you're new here, your soul led you here because you were so ready for the truth in this journey, and your soul knew you were ready to balance your connection. So me and Elizabeth have been in permanent relating experiences with our twin flames. We've gone through all the cray stuff, just like you guys are going through or may still be going through now. And we've gone to this place where we're both in permanent relating experiences with our twin flames. They're permanently in our lives, and we're helping beautiful souls do the same. For those that really want to get deep and don't know where to start or don't know how to get back into a place where your twin flame can be in your space, we definitely recommend trying our 30-day twin flame detox. This program is life-changing, life-freaking changing, my loves. So life-changing. We had a video that we posted and someone wrote, how do I do that? I don't even know where to start. What do I do? How do I go within? And somebody replied, I love how you guys answer the questions, all your questions together. It's so cool. Somebody replied, do the 30-day detox. It's going to show you everything. And that's pretty much what the detox is. The detox guides you step by step on how to release addictive energy so you can get back into this place that literally brought your twin flame in initially before the bubble phase, before they started running. And you can get back to a place where you can release addictive energy and learn exactly how to balance your twin flame. And to get even deeper on that, we also have an ultimate balancing program that walks you step by step on how to literally balance your connection. Because let's get real, my loves, this journey is crazy and there's nobody else out there talking about balancing. There's so many people that teach this, but do they teach you balancing? Do they show you how to get a text from your person, how to balance the text, how to meet your person, how to have your first kiss again after soul recognition? How does intimacy look like? What does permanent relating experience even look like with your person? We've got you, my love. So without further ado, go ahead, my love, get us started.
Okay, here's the question. I understand that we need to cultivate peace within for a balanced relationship with our twin. But we are human and we will experience loss, anger, sadness, etc. Like if I lost a loved one and was feeling down, can I not rely on my twin's support? Or if my twin is crossing a boundary, can I not express anger? Does this journey expect us to have no moments of sorrow or weakness? Aren't these emotions also a healthy part of life when they are not egoic, but just and loving? Thank you for your answer. Okay, I really want to start with this because it is so important. This is a great question. We've done other videos on this, but I really want us to get deep and feel into what this feels like. And I can absolutely relate balancing from personal experience when I lost someone. And the mind immediately wants to seek comfort from our person, right? They are the most important person. I'm living with my person and I just went through a loss. It was devastating. It was super sad. And I was like, well, how do I balance my energy? Because the reality of this connection is, it is an energetic connection. Your twin flame is you, and you can't need anything from your twin. So in this question where it says, can you not rely on them for their support? Well, that question in itself is a need. It is a desire. Desire is a mind energy. It is mind. It pushes. So how do you balance something as tragic and emotional, right, as losing a loved one when you are trying to maintain a permanent relating experience? You go within. Your person can know what's going on. So how it worked I didn't ask my person to go to the funeral with me. I didn't ask for comfort. I cried in front of him, but I didn't cry saying, I need you to hold me. I need you to hug me. I cried because the tears flew down my face and I was trying to release what was going on. I didn't need anything from him. I knew that I was going to have to deal with what was coming up internally. Now, my person was there and he told me how bad he felt that I was going through such pain. But again, I didn't need him to fix anything. There was nothing to fix. There was nothing that he could do to comfort me that I couldn't provide for myself. This is a lesson we are learning. Balancing this connection is that we don't need anyone to solve anything for us. Anything we are seeking from another individual is something we can ultimately give ourselves. Now, your question in terms of boundaries, can you not have boundaries and express anger? Anger, again, is from mind. If anger comes up within you, it's a you issue. You need to figure out what triggered that anger and work on releasing it without pushing it to your person. I get angry about stuff, not necessarily towards my heart. There are things, I have to say, now that I am balanced, there are very, very few things that make me angry at my person. I can think of one off the top of my head, and we actually made a video about it a while ago. It's been that long since I actually have gotten angry with him. And the anger was, we were driving late at night after a celebratory meal, and he was driving, I was in the passenger seat, and we had 3 kids in the car with us. And he was like engaging sort of in road rage a little bit with this other driver that we're trying to speed up and pass each other. Well, the other driver went one step further and started following us, and the driver followed us for about 15 minutes and tried running us off the road. Well, I went into mind because I was in total fear mode, and I got angry with my person with him even engaging in the back and forth, speed up, slow down, speed up, slow down with this other driver, because I thought it was very dangerous with us having kids in the car. And I was angry. And how did I deal with that anger? And I would have been angry with anybody who did that when I had kids in the car, right? Who would have driven that way. It was a boundary I would hold for anybody. I went within. I went silent. I didn't just go and unleash all kinds of crazy mind energy on him. I went within. After I knew we were safe, I told myself we're safe. And he was apologetic the whole time, mind you, the whole time. And I went within, and came back to this place of neutrality before I started talking to him again. And I didn't need to make him feel worse. He already felt horrible with what happened, knowing that there was kids in the car. He didn't know the other driver would take it to the extent the other driver did. And we had to get cops involved. It was this whole thing. And my person already felt bad enough as it was. I didn't need to be in mind and spew that on him either. So I went within, I went back to a place of neutrality, and then we engaged again, and we talked again, and it was okay, and everything was fine. But this is how you balance, my loves. You don't balance through spewing energies, whether it's desire, whether it's jealousy, whether it's anger, whatever emotion is coming up through you, you balance that. That is what balancing is. You're balancing mind's energies and getting yourself back to a place of neutrality as often as possible. So with that being said, Joanne, what is your take on this question?
So this question is asking your person to be in your space and to meet you in the way that soulmates can. So let's go back to the question. The question is, I lost someone. I need my person to comfort me. I need my person to fix me. I need my person to be there for me. And what you're asking is something that your person isn't. Your person is not a soulmate that's going to hug you. Now, I think my person can hug me when I'm sad, but it's not because I need him to hug me. Does that make sense? Because he is me. So guess who's hugging who? I'm hugging me because I'm going within and giving myself the love, the comfort, the support that I need because I am soul. I am our one shared soul. And as a byproduct, my person is there hugging me as well. And so when you look within, when you go within in this connection, right? Taking a moment to just surrender into the experience you're in, no matter how chaotic it looks like. For example, Elizabeth, 2 very crazy scenarios, right? One, losing someone and being able to be vulnerable and cry and and be raw without pushing that energy of sorrow, sadness, turmoil to her person, and him still being in the room, being present with your situation.
I'll sort of take a step back, because when it comes to dealing with the death or something, right? Pre-separation, I would have reacted sort of the way this question asks. I would have said to my person, like, I would have wanted him to comfort me. I would have wanted him to make me feel better. And I would have asked if he would have gone to the funeral with me. I need your support. Can you go to the funeral with me? And now, balanced, I realized there is nothing I need. Everything is within. And that's really the shift. You have to be able to be okay with not relying or feeling emotionally dependent on somebody else.
Yeah, it really honestly allows you to be at peace with all of your experiences, because if you are experiencing someone passing, it's okay to mourn. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to feel the emotions. It's part of the human experience to have the human experience, right? That's what Eckhart Tolle says, is the human condition is the human experience of mind. And so those are all okay. But do you guys see how Elizabeth's person wasn't pushing, because she wasn't expecting her person to do anything for this situation? I'm experiencing this really sad experience, and I'm going to go through it, and I know that you're going to be there, but I don't want you to do anything for this situation. Because the part of us that wants them to do something is what we would expect on a conditional love relationship. Our soulmates, right? I would expect my sister and my brother to do this for me because they are my sister and brother. Versus our soul is love. They love you no matter what, and you love them no matter what you or they do for each other. You are your person. You are your soul. So all the things you need from your person is going to be asked from you to fill those needs. You were created to be free as the soul that you are. And your person is that free soul as well. Now, I've experienced death with my person from other people that we're mourning from him and me, and something really magical happens when it comes to awakening. When you've awakened, your experience with death is different now. It's kind of like this somber stillness of peace and acceptance of knowing that we're all part of Source, and we never really leave this vessel. We're infinite, and we go back to God. So when we experience death, it's not as traumatic as it would have been for someone asleep. And so awakened, now sharing death with my person from other people that passed away, place of peace eternally within me. And we can actually be present in that really, really sad moment. And we can be at peace with it. We can be still with it. It's not emotion to the extent where it's consumed us. We are then celebrating the soul that is infinite. The celebration of life, being in acceptance of what is. Because if someone passes, we're still present in that. And if someone was born, we're still present in that. And our person doesn't need to do anything to make that experience better or worse. I've experienced being there for someone who just had a baby, and I've experienced someone who lost a family member. I've lost family members, and I still had my person with me for both. I didn't need him to laugh and be at joy with the baby, right? Even though it's a really, really beautiful emotional experience. But I also didn't need him to cry with me when I lost a family member. I didn't need him to console me. I didn't need him to be there for me the way mine would want him to. But again, he is me. So if I did need him to do something, and this is that permanent shift. This is why our people are with us. This is why we can face these crazy situations with them, because we don't need them to do anything for it. They're not making it better. They're not making it worse. They are us. They are reflecting what we are being. So, if I had a really traumatic experience and I've been crying and I've been hysterical and I really need him to fix me, he wouldn't be in the room, because I'm in mine and I'm in a lower scale of consciousness and I'm not balancing my energy to be with myself. I want you guys to really feel that. This is a connection with yourself. This isn't a connection with a random soulmate. That is not your soul. That does not feel your energy. You are the awakened one, and you have the power to watch these emotions and energies that are not you. I am not the tears. I'm not the emotion. I'm not the sadness. I'm the one that watches them. It feels really good to release them, right? Feels really good to cry. I remember that moment when Elizabeth called me and cried, and I was there as her friend, right? I'm another soul. I could be a mate of her soul and be supportive and not pull and hear her cry. And she can absolutely be there without me feeling any of those emotions. But she knows this connection. And so she knew crying to him and begging for him, for his attention and his love and all those things that we would with a soulmate, it doesn't work the same way, because our person is us. This is just the power of the connection. It's our responsibility, the one that was chosen with the consciousness, the awareness. You can absolutely be in mind. You can absolutely expect. You can absolutely depend. Your person's not going to be there. Not because they don't want to, but because the energy's not going to allow it. Because soul's not going to want you to depend on others to fix you. Especially your person. Soul's going to want you to be able to work through the fears, the anger, sadness, internally from within, to face them one by one and allow yourself to get deeper in soul. I'm not the pain. I'm not the sadness. I'm not the emotions, although very beautiful parts of energies, but those are not you. You are not the lower scales of energies. Staying in the lower scale is just that level of consciousness that you are not. You can shift through them, right? I can say sadness, but you're not sadness because you wouldn't be stuck in it. You know what you are? You are pure joy, bliss, peace, love. You are soul. And that is what happens after the sadness. That is the you that's still have experienced the most sad, crazy, traumatic experiences, and you are still the one that's there watching. The same one that watched when you were born, the same one that watched when you were little and you fell, the same one that watched when someone passed away, the same one that watched when you had your best experiences. There's no good, there's no bad, just is, and everything is happening at this moment here, where you can be still with it, and you can be in acceptance with all the good, the bad, the ugly, without getting lost in the emotions. I would say getting lost in emotions, even though they feel really good or feel really bad, is still emotion. You're getting lost in the emotions thinking you are the emotions. And you are the watcher of the emotions. You are the one that experiences the emotion and allows it to come through you so it doesn't become you. That is part of the spiritual journey, is to work through these emotions and don't allow them to control you. Don't allow others your love to be dependent on others, your peace to be dependent on others. And this is what makes this connection the twin flame journey. Because if I just had someone pass away and I just got a hug, right? I just got a hug from a soulmate, I wouldn't have shifted into this internal peace where I can look at someone who passed and know that they're with God. I can look at someone who lost someone and give them this love of peace and tell them that we are peace, we are love. Feel within my heart and my soul that they haven't really left. And so I can laugh, I can cry, I can be with all of my experiences, but I'm not lost in them. This is the journey, gift of the journey that we all get to experience, to be awakened, conscious, regardless of what emotions come through. You are not the emotions. The emotions is the body reacting to the experience. And you can allow it to come through you, whether it's joy, whether it's bliss, whether it's anger, resentment, whatever it isn't you because it's still passive. That's how you know you are that eternal peace, because you are the peace that remains even after all the storms and tears and anger passes. So after the chaos, you are the peace. You are the stillness. And that is who you really are. And so I want to assure all of you guys, I can assure you guys, you can experience the traumatic experiences with your person. You can experience death with your person. And as long as you don't need them to do anything for you in that experience, they will be right there, holding your hand, being present with you, and giving you the exact energy that you're emulating out. And so I can cry about my friend or my family member, but I don't need him to do anything to allow me to release and feel and experience the experience that I'm having. Because he is not a soulmate. I want you guys all to stop looking for a soulmate in your twin flame. He is you. You are your soul. Your soul is going to give you experiences to get deeper in the soul. So when you're angry about your person, when you're sad about something, it has nothing to do with your person. It's about you. What is it within me that's angry right now? What is it within me that needs to set boundaries right now in soul? What is it within me right now that needs to go within instead of pushing out? And this is with every experience. There is nothing that you cannot, all of you cannot face through soul. Your soul's got you, my love. You've got this. And when you can handle anything through soul, your soul's going to be right there with you too. They teach you and they show you literally how to be and live every experience as soul intended for you to be, which is being soul. You get to be the observer. You get to watch the pain, sadness, fear, and not become it. This is you becoming the eternal peace and love that you are, that can work through any limiting temporary experiences that the mind thinks needs to be controlled and needs comfort from. We comfort us. I feel so empowered that I know how to go within, to feel better, to feel amazing, to not depend on others, to not depend on anyone to make us whole and complete, to fill us and to be the love that we are. And our person is there. He's been through so many things that I've gone through. And because I am him, he doesn't leave my side. And I work through them internally, one by one, becoming our one soul. We love you guys so much. This question was really, really deep. It was so good. And it's just truth. Like, I think it's very common for someone to wonder, how can I balance this and pretend like I don't have emotions? You can have the emotions, you can experience them, but your person's not going to remove or take away or do anything with what you are not. You are not the emotions. You are not the anger. You are not the pain. You are soul. We love you guys so much. Bye, love.
Bye, love.